The movie opens with the Duncan family joyfully celebrating their daughter Kat's birthday, showcasing the strong love they share. In the present, William and Kat bond over a game of softball, enjoying their special father-daughter tradition. Later that evening, during dinner, her parents express concern about Kat prioritizing sports over her academics. Kat, however, confidently reassures them that she can manage both and promises to win her upcoming match. Meanwhile, at a strip club known as The Den, a ruthless gang called the Fetter Boys makes an entrance, captivated by the provocative scene. Their leader, Danny, who is also the father of the gang, brutally beats a man to death in the back. Shortly after, his two sons arrive, the older, Rory, and the younger, Danny. Danny claims he's finally ready to join the family's criminal business and is handed his first firearm, marking his initiation into their dark world. Back with the Duncans, William and Kat go out to celebrate her victory with tacos. William steps into a Mexican restaurant to place their order, leaving Kat alone in the car. Tragically, the Fetter Boys show up and force Kat out of the vehicle. She pleads for her life, offering everything she has, but Danny, eager to prove himself, sees her only as a target. Without hesitation, he kills her, his first act to earn his place in the gang. William, hearing the gunshots, rushes out too late and is knocked out by Danny, who is soon after arrested by the police. William and his wife Jen are devastated by their daughter's murder. To make things worse, Danny receives a lenient sentence of 5 to 7 years. He doesn't even plead guilty, and William's testimony is dismissed due to his concussion. Outraged by the failed justice system, William reluctantly agrees to the plea deal. However, during the trial, something shifts. He decides to take justice into his own hands. Instead of pushing for punishment through the courts, he allows Danny to go free, secretly planning revenge. That night, William follows Danny and runs him over with his car. Then, fueled by grief and rage, he beats him to death with a bat. He cleans up every trace of the crime and returns home, emotionally shaken after speaking briefly with Jen, who is watching old family videos. At the club, Rory delivers their street earnings to Danny, who is dissatisfied and threatens consequences if he ever comes up short again. Their night takes a shocking turn when they learn of Danny's death. Rory is heartbroken upon seeing his brother's body, unable to process the loss. The following day, Detective Chen visits William, suspecting his involvement. William denies everything, and Jen backs up his alibi, though she later confronts him about her suspicions. The confrontation turns into a painful argument as they struggle to understand each other in their grief. Back at the Den, Rory is determined to find Danny's killer. Thanks to Luna's description, they identify William. Rory and his associate Henley ambush William at a cafe, but William reacts quickly, fighting back and managing to kill Henley before fleeing. He tries to report the attack, but Rory escapes once again. Feeling unsafe, William rushes home and locks everything up. Jen suggests calling Chen for protection, and the police soon connect the recent murder to another Fetter boy. Chen visits William, confirming he suspects him but also warning him that by killing Danny, he started a war with the gang. He agrees to station a patrol car outside William's house for Jen's safety, recognizing William's military background. Elsewhere, a smuggler named Dante shows up at Roach's illegal auto shop, trying to sell stolen car parts. Instead of cash, he's paid with a stash of high-powered guns. That night, William confesses everything to Jen. He killed Danny out of revenge. Suddenly, a bottle is thrown at the squad car, luring it away. Rory and Donnie break into the house. After a brief exchange, they kill Jen and shoot William, leaving him for dead. Barely conscious, William manages to call 911. He wakes up in the hospital, alive but crushed by the weight of his losses. Desperate and broken, he tries to escape the facility but is stopped by the staff. Chen visits and calls him a miracle, suggesting they fake his death to give him peace. He encourages William to heal and move forward. After therapy, William regains the strength to walk, and soon after, he escapes by disguising himself as a janitor. William hides out at a motel where Dante also happens to be staying. After catching Dante stealing, William collects money from his bank account, prompting Dante to get curious. He offers to help, and although William is hesitant, he eventually agrees. Dante shows him his weapons stash and shares his own tragic run-in with the Fetter gang. They bond over their shared hatred, and William buys guns, a car, and a jacket, preparing for war. He spends days in an open field training, sharpening his shooting skills. Before launching his attack, William visits his family's grave. That night, he sneaks into Zach's house, Rory's right-hand man, and ambushes him. They fight brutally. Though overpowered at first, William eventually kills Zach, ignoring his pleas for mercy. Police find Zach's body and inform Donnie. Chin visits the Fetters, warning them that William is still alive and responsible for the recent killings. He urges them to stop the violence, but they ignore his warning. William, meanwhile, sees Chin leaving the club and grows suspicious. Feeling betrayed by the system, he confronts Chin at gunpoint, accusing him of failing the community. Chin defends himself, but William warns him not to interfere. Soon after, Danny instructs Rory to finish William once and for all. However, William is a step ahead. He hides outside the club and sneaks in after eliminating a guard. He confronts Donnie, who already knows what's coming. They have a brief, intense conversation before William kills him. William calls Rory using Donnie's phone and tells him the news of his father's death. Rory doesn't react emotionally. He and his men return to the club, where William announces his presence over the intercom. A shootout erupts. William captures one of Rory's men, but Rory kills his own man without hesitation. William escapes but suffers a shoulder wound. Luna reports William's location to Rory, who heads to the motel. Unable to get information from the front desk, Rory kills the clerk and storms inside. William and Dante try to fight back but are heavily outnumbered and forced to flee. A chase ensues through the city, and Dante contacts Roach, who allows them to take shelter in his garage. As they arrive, Roach's crew opens fire on Rory's vehicle. Despite the resistance, Rory crashes through the entrance. Though injured, he survives and corners William and Dante. Rory laments Danny's death, calling it unfair. Seizing the moment, William stabs Rory in the neck with a screwdriver, killing him. In the final scene, Chin finds William, who offers to surrender but dies before he can be arrested, his mission completed, but at the cost of everything.